This game will help explain why bettors pay absolutely no attention to the rankings. By the sharp bettors. BYU came out in the first initial college football playoff rankings. They're ranked higher than Texas Tech, which is certainly something that I'm sure Texas Tech will notice. And yet, even with BYU ranked as the higher team in the initial ratings, here's Texas Tech. They're not just laying a little bit. Looking at my Odds Logic live odds screen right now, I'm seeing more 10.5s than 10s out there for the Red Raiders. Total sitting at 51.5/52.5, depending on where you bet it. And that's not a sharp square divide, by the way, for that total. I'm seeing sharp books at 51.5, between sharp books at 52.5. It's just a little bit of randomness on that total right now. But yeah, BYU ranked 7th, just one of 4 unbeaten teams still remaining. They had the win against Utah, obviously, and a team that has certainly shown the ability to win in hostile environments like what they're going to see this weekend. But when it comes to betting market respect, BYU hasn't gotten it at any point this season, and the markets aren't giving it to them in this game either. Why? Well, let's start with this. Texas Tech's really freaking good, and the markets know that, and the markets have been respecting the Red Raiders all year, and all Texas Tech has done is take care of business. Now, we know what the recruiting class did this past offseason. We know what the defense has done for Texas Tech. And one of the strengths that BYU usually has, we saw it very much on display in their win, their come-from-behind win at Iowa State a couple of weeks ago. The Cougars don't have your traditional player developmental systems. You've got a bunch of kids that come in and they have a mission. They have a 2-year mission that they have to go on. So what happens for BYU is that you get older kids. The older kids are more physically mature. And that leads to strength in the trenches for BYU. And they're able to blow bad teams off the football on both sides of the ball. That's been the essence of their success this season is, Bachmeier's been good at QB. Yeah, the receivers have made some plays. But their strength in the trenches has been the absolute difference. Think back to the Utah game where the Utes got stopped again and again in those short yardage situations. They're big. They're physical. They're a little bit older than many of the kids they face, and that gives them a legit edge against most teams. I'm not convinced it gives them any edge against Texas Tech because the success of the Red Raiders this year, we talk a lot about the skill position talent for Texas Tech. We talk about the quarterback. Listen, they've had, QB injuries all season. But the real strength of the Red Raiders has been in the trenches, particularly on the defense side of football. This defense is nasty. And this defense has blown up one line of scrimmage after the next all season long. Again, look at the total. We're looking at 51.5, 52.5. Better. The markets aren't expecting a shootout in this one. They're not expecting a wild up and down affair. They're expecting the defenses to control the flow. I do too. I lean under in this ball game, and I certainly lean Texas Tech. That being said, I've lost betting against this BYU team already this season enough that I don't really think I'm not excited about stepping in front of them. But I feel like one game they're going to get smashed, and this one may well be that game. And the fact they're ranked higher than Texas Tech right now is another reason to think that. The betting market certainly think it. Lean favorite, lean under for Cougars, Red Raiders. Early start Saturday.
Tell everyone what you have up for clients over at Wager Talk.
Sure. I mean, it's multi-sport season, man. It's November. We got NBA up for tonight. We got college football up tonight. We got NFL up for Sunday. The card will continue to be loaded throughout the course of the day. So you'll have the full college and NFL card loaded before Friday is through. Again, visit the website, wagertalk.com. Got my homepage, wt.buzz/TC. I did not have a good weekend last weekend, so pressure's on. I expect to bounce back strong.